I want to talk to you about leadership fundamentals. This is a very important concept because leadership, like any complex skill, requires development of fundamental skills. In any sport, there are fundamental skills that are necessary to develop proficiency. And it's not just sport, it's any complex activity. Whether it's playing a musical instrument, doing math, playing chess, whatever it may be. When one masters these fundamentals, their capacity to master the sport is increased dramatically. When you have the fundamentals down and you've mastered them, it's easier to develop creative expression that takes your ability to perform that skill or that sport to a whole nother level. I believe that the same is absolutely true with leadership. As we've talked about, leadership is something that happens in moments. When a leader and a follower engage in developing a relationship and interaction processes that move towards the completing of a goal within a given context. And leaders and followers bring to those leadership moments their way of being, their way of thinking, and their way of acting. Now, with regards to their way of acting, it's important to understand that leadership takes place at 5 key levels: leading the self, leading other individuals, leading groups and teams, leading organizations, and leading across organization groups and societies. Now, the key thing to realize is that as we do that, there are some principles and practices that are fundamental to every single leadership moment, while there are other skills and practices that are essential to the individual moments of leading oneself, leading others, and leading teams, etc. The fundamental skills are applicable in every moment, and they include awareness, decision-making, capturing, directing, and maintaining attention, building relationships, communication, and creative action. Let me explain. If you think about any leadership moment, and this could be sitting down to engage with a follower one-on-one, conducting a meeting, whatever the leadership moment is, there will be interaction between a leader and a follower. And the leader, as they step into that moment, has to become aware of what's going on, of themselves, of the follower, of the context in which they find themselves. And then out of all of that awareness, they determine where to focus their attention. And they make decisions about how to take action to influence the follower through communication. As they do so, they build a relationship. Now the follower also enters that moment aware of what's going on and open to and receiving information through the process of awareness. As the leader captures their attention, they determine whether or not to go along with what the leader is trying to influence them to do or direct their attention in different ways. But attention, if maintained, then leads to decision-making by the follower about whether to follow and how, and then they take action in order to accomplish the goal. Again, those principles are fundamental. It doesn't matter what the leadership moment is. These principles are absolutely fundamental to being an effective leader. And if you can develop the fundamental skills around these areas, your capacity to lead will increase dramatically.